Magnification volume 0%.
Good afternoon and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we will be teaching you how to transform Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Netflix Special Walmart Edition Alita-1, aka the RC mold without the Leia earbuds. Here she is. Her head isn't even spun around correctly. There's her head. This is such a terrible transformation. I'm just coming out of the gate telling you guys this. This transformation ranks as a 1 on my list. It's a 1, okay? I have 1 to 10 on transformations. Usually on this channel, you've seen me grade as low as a 5 whenever I bother grading a transformation. Usually transformations that I get are very good because, I don't have the money to waste on bad transformers. I just don't have the budget. So I do try my best to bring you transformers that are unique and interesting and have fun transformations. But a friend of mine, CCS's, he talked to me about how I need to be bringing you more things that are just terrible. And I happen to have this terrible this terrible transformer. I have one more terrible transformer to talk to you about in this channel. It's the Core Class Rodimus Prime. But I also have another transformer. We're going to play a game maybe next week. It's going to be called Guess That Transformer because I own a transformer and I have no idea what it is. Like, I know it comes from Energon or Cybertron because it has a key fob thing. You put in the Energon key and something happens. But I don't know what it is. I've owned it for years and years and years. Anyway, let's talk about Alita-1. This is a terrible transformation. Forgive me. Forgive me. I hate this. I hate this thing so much. We're going to critique the transformation the entire way. First off, we're going to start with this backpack. I hate this backpack, okay? The biggest part about this backpack that I hate, other than the fact that the little hinge bar is too short, is that it's got metal. Okay, a lot of transformers, when you've got a bar hinge like this, the bar hinge has those plastic nubbins on each end where you can just kind of give it enough force and a twist and you've popped out that joint. So if I wanted to just pop this bit off to make transformation a little easier or something, I can't. It's a metal pin in there. It's a metal pin. What is up with this figure and all the metal pins? Why does this figure get metal pins? Why did this figure not get double jointed elbows? Like, yay, single jointed elbows. You couldn't have given us double jointed elbows since you wasted all of the budget on the figure itself and nothing on the transformation. So that some of that budget could have gone to some more stuff on this figure, but it didn't. This figure's just the trash one in the lot. And so we're going to first talk about how to transform it, and I'm going to bitch and moan the entire time. All right, so first off, you're going to pull her backpack thing off her back. Now, what we're going to do here is a little magic trick. So we've got to pull these panels that have the wheels in them from inside the backpack, but these shoulders are in the way. How are we going to do it? Well, this is where it's going to be thinking about breaking your figure because you're going to get close to it because there's no joint to move these shoulders. And there's no way to make this area at her back larger so that these things can fold out properly because somebody fell asleep at the wheel when designing this POS. So what you want to do is take your thumb and move her shoulder as far forward as possible while taking your other finger and folding out this bit. Grate your teeth, curse it out if you want. It doesn't matter. She doesn't care. She knows what she is. She's a terrible, terrible figure. I wish the female Transformers were good. There you go. Now that you've done that side, now let's work on this side. Now you just got to wiggle it around, and you got to pull that wheel at the same time that you're moving the arm around. There you go. Aha, it's out. Yay, that worked out pretty well. That was actually the fastest I've done that in quite a while. So next up, you're going to raise her arms up in the air like she just don't care. Oh, she's going down a roller coaster or something. Now just, first off, fold her head, rotate her head all the way around so that her back of her head is sticking out because, you want to be looking at the ground. If a rock pops up, you don't want to break in your sensors. So fold her head in. Be kind. Then fold her hands so that they're off to the side. Actually, not really off to the side. good grief. These stupid hands. Okay, so now that the hands are actually going to kind of curl around the front end of the car and stick out just a smidge because you want to be able to fold them. Because that's the way the elbow goes. This elbow isn't a double elbow, it's a single elbow, and it really is a bummer because of that. So fold up this little bit, the nose cone of the car, and then we're just going to fold this bit down. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. That is totally a transformation. Woo! We folded it. And nothing folded out from the panel. There was no real major twisting or turning done. Now we've got her little skateboard. And her skateboard is just 2 wheels folded in. And then you unfold the wheels. And then you rotate these little 2 panels out. Now we got this bit on the end that always loves to break. This is supposed to rotate freely. But because I don't know what in the world they were thinking, they put some weird stuff here to make it just super difficult. Oh, maybe if that rotates, it'll be less super difficult. Yeah, this piece is just so trash, such trashy. It's just terrible. I hate it. Okay, so we're going to rotate these bits. There we go. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, you just rotate these this U-shaped thing so that it's facing into the underside of the vehicle. There we go. And then we're going to take and plug it in. So you're just going to plug in the front of this vehicle bit into this back area right here. We just got to get that right. We just got to plug that in. Yeah. Yeah. Plug it in. Plug it in. Sometimes she doesn't want to work for the camera. Sometimes this Alita-1 is just super crappy. But then y'all seen my other videos where it just seems like sometimes my Transformers just do not want to work for the camera. You know, they don't care. They look at the camera and they're like, I'm good. Okay. Now, there is a peg in... we folded out the wheels. We folded out the panels inside the wheels, so everything on the side of the car lines up. The car's basically done now. Now is the part of the transformation. You see, this isn't a fun transformation. The car's done. Now you're just trying to figure out how to make it work by folding these legs in. Is that fun? No. I think it's more fun if the car kind of reveals itself, or the vehicle reveals itself while you're transforming. It's not just there and you're like, oh, well, I guess I got to finish transforming it so that I could actually, turn the wheels of the car. Ah, crap. And sometimes this thing just likes to fall apart because it can't handle any sort of tension. It does not like tension at all. It's got this freaking transformation needs to take like 3 Xanax just to get through the day, Okay, there we go, and there's that. Ah, crap. And then that part's not working right because that part's a piece of crud. Okay, and then that part's supposed to snap into place because her butt area is supposed to snap into a specific spot. And it doesn't like to because nothing on this figure likes to do what it's supposed to do. But there you go. Everything's folded the correct way. It kind of rolls on the ground. It is utterly a piece of trash. All you're doing is folding the knees back on themselves, folding the feet down on the knees, and then just moving the folding bits around until the car can actually roll. That's it. That's it. That's how you transform Alita-1. That's why it gets a 1 out of 10 or a 0 out of 10. I'd actually give it a 0.5 out of 10. It gets the 0.5 because it makes the attempt to be a transformer. But this is as much a transformer as, well, as this smokestack is a fire effect from the HasLab Age and the Vengeance. There you go. Meaning, it's not a transformer at all. It's literally not. It's sad. It is a sad excuse for a transformer, and I really hope that the Alita-1 that I've heard about coming up is much better. All right, tune in next Prime. We're going to be going over this thing's vehicle mode, and I'm going to tell you why the vehicle mode, it just doesn't make any sense. I hate the vehicle mode too. Everything about this figure, I just dislike. All right, I wanted an Alita-1 to hang out with Optimus Prime, but not this Alita-1. And then after I watched the Netflix show, I don't want this Alita-1 at all. No. That Netflix show just doesn't exist. All right, it lives with Combiner wars in a realm called It Doesn't Exist. Thank you for watching. Tune in next Prime, where we'll talk about this POS.